Hi friends, welcome to my channel unprocessed. Before seeing the MySQL tutorials, please subscribe my channel, click on bell symbol, click all notifications. Today we are discussing MySQL tutorials. We covered each topics. Let's see how many topics we covered in MySQL tutorials. Uh, I hope my screen is enabled here. So we covered each topics like MySQL introduction part I covered, and also databases, what is databases, and users, what is users, which types of users is there, and keys, which keys we used in MySQL, and data types, tables, queries, views, schemas, operations, classes, and MySQL joins, triggers, regular expressions, full text searches, functions, and operators, and also misconcepts. And one more topic we covered, like stored procedures. It is an advanced topic in MySQL, so I'm not writing here, but I will explain. And I will clearly covered stored procedure also because it helps to very basic concept in Java. So before knowing MySQL, you have to know something. What is data? What is database? If anybody knows what is data, feel free to please text what is data and what is database. So before I discuss the data and database, then I will talk to introduction and this presentation. So don't worry about that. So what is first question I will ask? What is data? If anybody knows what is data, if anybody know, please text me comment like definition of data. So now I'm explaining what is data. Like data is nothing but facts and statistical stores are free flowing over a network, and also generally calls it's a raw material and also unprocessed. Even even simply say that data is defined as the data is defined as the collection of words, and and it and it indicates that and it indicates that raw and unprocessed processed. Simply, and we write it it writes it writes two ways, that it is processed way and unprocessed way. Data becomes processed way. It it fails. some meaning, some meaningful word. Example, simply, I'm testing my name and not that. Unprocessed way, unprocessed way, we don't know what we talk, what we read, we don't know what is that. Example, something else. So actually, what is data? Data is defined as the collection of words and it indicates that raw and processed. It tries two ways, like where it is processed way and unprocessed way. Data becomes a processed way. It feels some meaningful one, like I am Nagraj. It's order way and some meaningful. Unprocessed way, you don't know what is that. Like example, something else. So simply definition is like this. For example, like this: data and processed, unprocessed. Then second question will cover what is database. If anybody knows what is database. If anybody knows database, please feel free text me message like something definition of my database. Please don't touch in Google and send it. Please, I have got that kind of definitions. Feel free to let if your thoughts. I need your thoughts only. I'm not asking. I'm not talking. Google said and Google gives. I am also searching here now. What is database in? So Chrome enabled, like a database something something. Feel free. Database is like a simply say that database is stored procedure. Like database defines that database defines that digital digital signed way for the purpose so storing the data. It is interrelated data which is uses to create, insert and delete the data. It simply say that database defines as the digital signed way to the purpose of storing the data. It's inner related data which is uses create, insert and delete the data. And we are clearly say that like it is used to organize data in the form of tables like a schema, views and reports. Using the database, you can easily retrieve, insert and delete the information. Like using the database, we can easily retrieve, insert, delete the data to the database. For example, college database organization, database organization. In our mind, in our thought, that we know the ECAP. Yes. So it is also one database. So before talking MySQL, everybody knows what is data, what is database, and what is DBMS, like database management system. So we cover like that. And what is the need of database, and what is the need of what is the need of database. So clearly I'm saying like that. Wait. Yeah, what is the need of data is all essential for effect. Some network is here. Wait. Yeah. So before database, we don't know what manual management, and also what data overloaded, limited storage, slow data access. Like example, huge web applications, huge web applications is in Google. Example, Instagram page. So Instagram page. Before you sign up Instagram asks some data in your self, like name, phone number, etc. So before database, you can't run the Instagram page. So what is the uses of before database, like manual management, what we are using in Instagram, which ID we are creating, how Instagram will create the ID. We don't know the access of before database. After database, we shows like after database, we know everything. Like You did install the Instagram. Top edit. We explain what we. Some data is here. We did installed in your mobile Instagram. Before sign up, Instagram ask me a question from phone number or ID or sign up process. You do sign in Instagram by the help of your details like name, phone number, etc. So whatever the whatever data you will need the Instagram, the data will store in database. So depends on your data. Instagram will create the ID like my ID, like my Instagram ID. I'm Nagaraj-08. So Instagram store database like your data. It retrieve the data, update the data to give you an ID. And also after finishing your sign up, you can use the Instagram. Then go to your page and click on right. So some settings is there. Click it about. So whatever the data you did submit before sign up, so the data will store in Instagram database. So by the help of database, before database, we don't know what we are using, which items is there, which names is there, I don't know. Before database. So by help of database, after database, everything will store in your app. Like whatever the data you will helps further instructions. Like whatever the data you did submit before sign up in Instagram, everything we can use, we can enable after you go and click on settings, it will enable. So that is the need of database. So everything in our job market, everything, any web application depends on database. So that's the need of knowing MySQL and also dbms. Like a person, even one person will go the city like Hyderabad, like a Hyderabad. He knows only, he knows, he knows only language of Hindi. Hindi. So you don't know anything else. You don't know remaining languages. But in Telangana, everybody knows only Telugu, right? Telugu. So how he will convert as words communicate with other person? How is it possible? Yes. It may be some translate your phone like ChatGPT, etc. So you can text to ChatGPT. ChatGPT communicate with her what he is speaking with me. So ChatGPT will use the instructions. So a ChatGPT way, like wait a minute. ChatGPT is like a database. So everything stored in database. And also everything stored in the ChatGPT. Whatever nowadays everybody uses, everything data will store in ChatGPT. That's what is ChatGPT will give us a simply answer. So simply say that database. What is the need of database? So coming to the point, we are discussing what is the MySQL. So MySQL before talking MySQL, I covered three topics like what is data, what is database, and what is the DBMS, what is the need of DBMS. I'm choosing now I'm explaining a PowerPoint presentation what is data, what is database. Let's see, wait a minute. Yeah, simply say that already we discussed it. Data is the raw form of information, a collection of facts, figures, symbols, or observations that represents details about events, objects, or phenomena. It collection of facts, whatever the data in screens, it's meaningful ones. The data is called figures, whatever figures or facts or symbols like alphabets, mathematical instructions, words, everything is represented detail about events. Every data will represent some event like some work executed. That's the called a database. By itself, data may appear meaningless, but when organized, processed, and interpreted, it transforms into valuable insights that support decision making, problem solving, and innovations. And also database definition a database is a structured collection of data designed for efficient storage, retrieval, and manipulation. It serves as a centralized repository allowing data to be accessed, managed, and updated by multiple users to applications. Few types of databases create database, drop data. So we are discussing in MySQL. So that time I will clearly about that. What is database? How we are creating database? So now I'm telling MySQL. My God, power connection issue. Wait. What is MySQL? If anybody knows, feel free. Can you please text the definition of MySQL? I'm very happy to see that comment. What is MySQL? MySQL is like a open source relational database. Open source relational database. It uses structured query language. It uses structured query language. Query language. By the help of MySQL, so we can write, create, update, delete. So functions is there. It is very fast compared with the other databases. It is very fast and secure. Without knowing the secure. Without knowing the password, we can't open the MySQL server in our local device. MySQL is open source relational database and it uses a structured query language. It's very fast and secure. Without knowing the password, you can't open the MySQL server in our local devices. Some some data will explain for example, Instagram. With already you did create one Instagram ID my Instagram is like unnagaraj-tech-sol. I forget my ID name also, password also. So I will log in same ID, same name, same account. Is it possible? I will log in same ID without without knowing without knowing ID name and password. Is it possible? Possible? Absolutely not. As that same thing, my skill also. Without knowing the password, we can't execute any queries in our local devices because it's very secure. So some discussion about some little bit information about MySQL. What is the need of MySQL? Wait, I will show the figure. Copy the image. So please observe what we copied picture. I hope everybody clearly enabled this picture. Wait a minute, I will crop. So MySQL web database so MySQL is like Instagram. rdbms means functions like sign up process. So web database after finishing sign up to your page. You can you can easily access everything. So simply say that MySQL converts in SQL based RDBs like it uses relational database management system like sign up process, and also web database. Like after finishing sign up, your page you can easily access like Instagram before installation process. You install in Instagram, then sign up the process. Like you can use the Instagram because needed of reels are important blogs and also some of the motivations. So sign up process is there. Some information will store this Instagram, then automatically access the Instagram by the help of yourself. Then the web development, like the web database is means like after finishing sign up, your page will enable in your Instagram. You can easily access reels, everything. So that's the need of MySQL. It is very secure and very speed. So remaining details we are discussing the PowerPoint presentation like features and needed, 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 and why we are using only MySQL. We covered these contents in PowerPoint presentation, and also I forget to say that look at here, MySQL MySQL is not a case sensitive. So I forget to say before that. Like that I'm showing what is the case sensitive. In Java, according to Java, for using a capital A, you can text the coding capital A only. We are not using small a because some error is there. Some error is there. The JVM will raise the error, right? But the MySQL is not a case sensitive. That's what we are testing. MySQL server create pages needed of capital A. We do text small a. It's okay. Compiler access, not an issue for here. Not an issue for here because it is it is what it is what yeah, case sensitive. Okay, that's what you can text any alphabet. I'm showing in programmatic level also. You don't worry about that. It's affected or not affected. So now I'm preparing one PowerPoint presentation. So look at everybody, please look at here. So before till now we are discussing what is data, what is database, and what is dbms. So other MySQL tutorials, and also what is MySQL, it is needed or unneeded, or it is uses, everything we covered. So now I'm explaining the introduction of MySQL through the PowerPoint presentation. Look at here. MySQL is the most popular and free open source relational database management system like rdbms. We call the smart way rdbms. So rdbms means what? R means relational, D means database, DB means database, M means management, S means system. The relational database management system stores the data in the form of tables that might be related to each other. So in future we are creating huge databases. So that time you can easily understand what is tables, what is the need of tables. So MySQL uses structured query language to store, manage, and retrieve data and control the accessibility. By the SQL queries, you can access the store and manage retrieve the data. So by using SQL, you can easily access and you can do functionalities. and accessibility to the data. So we are using MySQL in C, C++, Java, everything. And why to learn MySQL? Why to learn only MySQL? So I simply say that MySQL is generally faster. That's what we are using and more secure. Before I covered process of installation and create sample database. Please watch that video. You can easily understand what is the secure, what is the password. Everything you can I can cover that video and efficient than other relational database like comparing with SQL, MySQL. Compared both, MySQL is more faster and secure. Some world's faster growing organization make use of MySQL to efficiently power their high-volume websites, business criteria, and systems and tax software. MySQL uses each company, like largest companies uses MySQL only because it is very faster and secure. However, you choose MySQL for your application or not. Totally depends on your organization. It depends on companies. One company uses MySQL, one company uses RQL, one company uses SQL. Depends on clients because LKG person will eat one plate noodles and 10th class student eat two plates noodles and the masters people eat three plates noodles because it depends on personalities, it depends on angry, depends on needed. So that's what same thing, same formula is here. Some companies uses MySQL and some companies uses RQL, some companies uses SQL. And the MySQL is the owner of RQL. And already you know the open source means what? Which means software can be downloaded, used, and modified by anyone. It is free to use and easy to understand. Quick and reliability. Data access and manipulation using MySQL is quick. It is considered one of the fastest relational database with higher productivity as well. High performance also some features. MySQL features I'm talking. It provides high performance without affecting its functionality. It also has a very little memory, because making its memory efficient as well. Scalable. Scalability refers to the ability of systems to work easily with small amount of data, large amounts of data, clusters of machines, and so on. Like scalability refers like a ability, the worthy of MySQL we are using like a small amount of data, large amount, whatever the data is there, everything can access, everything solvable. MySQL server was developed by the large database. We can use large data by the help of like masters person like a MySQL, LKG person like a SQL. That's what easy to compare. And data types. So we are it is commonly saying like some database we are using. In MySQL also we are using something without like without calling person like myself now somebody is call me, hey man, come here. So I listen her voice, but I'm not talking, like because he is not asking my name. That's what. So without knowing the name, you can't talk anything or any person. Any person. I'm not communicating with others without calling my name. So data type is like that. Without you need the data type, you can't execute any queries. And the character sets. It supports different character sets, and this includes Latin, German, Swedish, etc. Secure already. It's very secure and also support to large database. It comes with the support of large database which is could contain about 40 to 50 million records like that, so on some huge platforms, and it is a platform independent. It can be various operating systems include Windows, Linux, Mac OS, etc. in several programming languages like C, C++, Java, Python, PHP, etc. So the features of MySQL. Now coming to the point, we covered the MySQL database. Look at here. Already we discussed data is like what is data and the database. Now database we are using queries. You can text some queries in MySQL server like create database, drop database, selecting database, show database, copy database. So now I'm talking create database. After establishing connection with MySQL to manipulate data in, you need to connect to a database. You can connect to any existing database or create your own. And also, like everybody wake up 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock, he did eat something chicken, right? So that time everybody need a plate, right? So the plate, without the plate, you will eat any tiffin like without the plate. You will eat anything. It's highly impossible, right? As the same, without connection of database, you can't execute any queries. So firstly, you you will install the MySQL server. Mandatory to ask, please connect the database. Please select the database. So before any creation of tables, you easily connect the database firstly. Without connecting database, you can't execute any queries. Like without wearing the plate, you can't eat anything tiffin, like tiffin or dinner or lunch, everything. So, so mandatory to connect the database. So the queries of database is now look at here. The create database statement is the DDL. DDL means the data definition language. It is here covered in dbms content. dbms language. DDL is one type of dbms language. It uses to create a new database in MySQL rdbms, relational database management system. The syntax of create database, like syntax of database is like here: create database, database name, semicolon is mandatory. You forget semicolon, the query error is there. Some error pricing. Once the database tutorial is created, like database uh, name is tutorial. So I'm talking my database, like create database. I'm choosing one name Nagarjuna. So create database Nagarjuna. So once the database Nagarjuna is created, you can check it is in the list of database using the show. So, so show database like enable. You create a database, but you can't see where is my database. So that time you can use this syntax. It's clearly enabled. And you don't like a person or you don't like that database, you can drop. Like second one, you cover drop database. Drop means delete, permanently delete. So drop database statement in MySQL is used to delete the database along with all the data such as tables, views, everything deleted. Drop means deleted. Like somebody is using your Android mobile, some tools like edited. In editor tool, some option is there like drop the picture, drop the picture. Drop means cut the picture or modify the picture. So as of now, I'm saying like that. Drop means delete. Select the database. Once you get connected with MySQL server, it is required to select the database. Already I told you before that you connected database or you created database. You create a database in your local device or in your MySQL. Huge databases stored there. So you can't exclude which database. Like in our classroom, 50 members is there. We don't know. Nagaraj is there. Nagaraj is 5 members. But I want Galam only. So we clearly mentioned Galam Nagaraj. So as of now, huge database is there. But I need Nagarjuna only. So that's what we select the database. Select Nagarjuna database only. I need Nagarjuna database. You can clearly say select Nagarjuna. So Nagarjuna database is there. Whatever the information stored in Nagarjuna database is clearly enabled. So that's what we clearly select the database. The syntax of database is like use database. Use means query syntax. Use means select database name like Nagarjuna. And already you discussed before that show databases. Syntax of enable of and copy database as of no duplicate. Duplicate tables you want, you can use copy database. So now we are discussing like create database, MySQL introduction and also uh, database, MySQL database topic we covered today. MySQL database, like to create, select, show, copy, drop. So I'm executed in a programmatic level in MySQL local disk. Okay, wait, MySQL. So MySQL command line client Unicode or MySQL command line Unicode. Like MySQL is here, click it. Look at here. MySQL is very secure. Without knowing password, we can't execute anything else. That's what I'm using MySQL on because it is very faster and also very secure. Anybody having secure prospectus, that's what MySQL is needed. So my password is Naga 9295. So I'm testing NAGA9295. It is not enabled because it is disabled because the password is like secure. Like click on enter. Look at here. Already we installed MySQL server. Like version is like that, 8th version. So welcome to the MySQL monitor. Command end with semicolon. Without semicolon, MySQL raise the error. And the connect ID is 39. Server version is here. So first we are discussing where is presentation PPT. Yeah, create database. So we covered create database. Firstly, we connect the MySQL. Already I connected MySQL. Look at here. Already connected. So create one database like storage purpose, some name. Then you can use that. Select the database. Okay, and it is enabled. Show the database. You don't like the database. Drop it. You can copy that. Copy keyword is used. So we are testing these five functions in local device MySQL server. You don't worry about it. Look at your key seriously. So now I'm creating a database. Already you know database query like syntax of database. Syntax of create database. Please tell the syntax of create database. Create database. Database name. I'm calling. I'm testing my friend name like some just example purpose. I'm using my friend name. Fuzzy. Semicolon is mandatory. Let's enter. Query okay, one row effective. So with look at here, I'm not entering semicolon. What is it? Oh my god. So another test is here. So clear enter. Error because already you created a database. So create database. You can connect like how many database stored. Look at show the database. We know syntax of show database. So show databases in your MySQL server. Yeah, look at here. Show databases, database, eclipse, information schema, joins, library management system, MySQL, Nagraj column, Nagraj-tech-sol, performance schema, sys, three, Vaji. This is the last corner, Vaji. Vaji we are creating before that. Create database Vaji. Vaji is here. So, so some information stored some database. So directly called Vazi database. It is possible? No, because this MySQL stored huge databases. So we want particular name, particular person database creation, create table. So we use the select database. You know the syntax of select database. Like use database name fuzzy semicolon click on. So database changed means database connected. If anything else, you can write anything else easily. Easily, fuzzy database is there. Some fuzzy information stored in the uh, fuzzy database. Like you create a table in fuzzy, it is easy to store in fuzzy database. Like it's not a storage in joins or eclipse. So show the database. Like you don't like this name of database, you can easily drop it. Drop database. You can drop the database one. That's what database name. Database name. I'm not interested to store in database like Nagarjuna. You can test Nagarjuna semicolon. Enter. Query OK. So you can see Nagarjuna Akkineni is here. But now I'm showing database. Say Nagarjuna is there or not. Look at. See, Eclipse, information schema, joins to library, library management, MySQL, Nagaraj Galam, and chemistry. So, look at here, Nagarjuna Akkineni is the stored database. Now, it's not working because we dropped the database of Nagarjuna. That's what. If you don't like that name, you can easily remove it. So, we covered how to create database by the help of syntax. Create database, database name, create database, semicolon is mandatory, right? Without without semicolon, look like this. Some error is there, like you have an error in SQL syntax. Check the manual that corresponds to your MySQL server version for the right syntax to use here. Some mistake is there, please write correct syntax. That's what. So already we created our tree. So show the databases. You can show how many databases is there in MySQL server. Use the database here. You want the particular database, you can use select the database. Select database. So the syntax of select database is use it. I need the version, so that's what I'm using version. Use version, database change. So we don't like Nagarjuna Akkineni, so I can drop the Nagarjuna Akkineni, drop it. So here now Nagarjuna Akkineni is stored. Here now not so because I'm dropping.